Hi there, my name is David Hall, and this is a brief video demonstration of the product that I built while I was at Seattle Avionics. It's called Voyager. It's their flagship product. Actually, I didn't build the product. I completely rewrote the graphics engine from scratch. This demo is intended to give you an idea of the look and feel from a user's perspective. Another video that's available on YouTube shows the use of a screen capture tool. It shows it in much higher clarity. But it's quite a bit slower. So this is intended to show you what it actually looks like. This is on about a 4-year-old computer, so it's nothing special, and I'm using a point-and-shoot camera, so it's not going to be very clear, but if you want to see the clarity, the other video will show you that better. So here it is, starting up. This is clicking on terrain. We'll just do some zooming here. So we want to zoom all the way out. You can see that it's fully 3D, so this is a sphere, of course, with the terrain wrapped around it. Let's zoom in and look at some of the other layers. If we zoom down to, let's say, 50, you can see some of the threading there. This is extremely highly threaded. Let me go up to the Seattle area. KSCA, that's SeaTac area. There's SeaTac's airspace, urban areas, Victor Airways, nav aids. Obstacles are not going to show up because we're not zoomed in enough. You'd have to zoom in. Let's do that. So if we zoom in, then we should see some obstacles appear. That's what these blue specks are here. We can turn those on and off with the click of a button. Roads. This is mouse wheeling, by the way. So I'm mouse wheeling out, mouse wheeling in. Let's pan down a little bit to a new area, and you'll see it pull the data off the disk, Los Angeles. So it's going to tighten up that terrain and pulling in airspace and the various layers. We could turn on weather and see what's going on with the weather as well. Looks like nothing in Los Angeles. There's probably going to be something going on up in Seattle though. Yep. If you look over here on the East Coast, looks pretty ugly there too. Let's go to Miami. Miami, and we can go back to Seattle like that. Excuse me, we can flip it into 3D. We could actually fly this. Well, actually, let's turn on the sectionals first. I'm going to turn off some of these other layers. So there it pulled up this the scanned sectional charts. Let's go down to I guess I gotta enter this here to LAX. And that should pull up those scanned bits. There you can see it pulling those off the disk. That's the low res bits, and then it will tighten those up and make them higher resolution. You can come down and view this closer if you want. You can see what's going on. Let's go back to Seattle though and flip the product into a completely different mode. This is the pre-flight planning mode. So this is the tool that you would use when you were still in the office planning out your flight. Then when you're ready to fly, you would just click this button right here. Puts it into the in-flight mode. This is going to show you all the data that you'd need while you're actually doing your flying. Zoom out a little bit so we can see where we are. Let's actually simulate this flight. So we turn on the simulator and hit go, and it'll start flying this thing. Turn off some of the layers so we can see what's going on. So here, this is showing us flying. You can see the aircraft moving across the scanned sectional there. We can turn on these other layers like airspace. I don't know if you can see that show up. Let me flip this into 3D mode. There you can see that we're actually flying underneath SeaTac's airspace. SeaTac's airspace is going to look like similar to an upside down wedding cake with different layers. So this router has routed us underneath. And you can see that this is a chunk of airspace. And we can see that in the 2D mode. I'm going to turn off the scan sectional so you can see what's going on here. That would probably be this airspace out here. So as you can see, we're looking straight toward it in the 3D mode. You can see that that's actually a pretty tall piece of airspace. Probably goes up to 10,000 feet or maybe even higher. So let's see what else is interesting that I can show you here. For modes, you can put it into track up or north up. That can be a pretty handy feature. Pretty hard to do if you're using scan sectionals. If you wanted to be able to fly and navigate around, this is an obstacle here. This is a parachute area. Putting in track up is convenient because turning right is right and turning left is left. You don't have to try to twist it around in your mind. But then, as you can see, the text is upside down, so it's hard to read. So if you wanted to read something quickly, you could put it into North Up, read what you need to read, flip it back. There's a whole bunch else, a whole bunch of other features that you can see, but this is just intended to give you a quick look and feel from the user's perspective at how nice this product is. We realized about a 1,000 times greater frame rate with this rewrite. I wrote it by myself from the ground up, from scratch. It took me about 40,000 lines of code to do it. And the reason that we did it was because we wanted to add 3D, we wanted to add all kinds of features like the scan sectionals. We didn't previously have that because the frame rate was too slow. And all kinds of other stuff. So we were able to do that. It's very well received by the customers. They love it. It's just doing fantastically. So hope that this has been helpful to give you a little bit of an idea of what my capabilities are. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.